All right, well, then let's move to the West, and
Okay.
maybe you can find a little bit more to sift through here. In that Western Conference, the Minnesota Wild, Scotty, they are red hot. And after knocking off the Blackhawks on Sunday, they lead the conference in points. Scotty, I got to know if it's time to pump the brakes or not. The Wild can beat the Blackhawks in a playoff series.
Absolutely. This is one of the easier pump the brakes that we've ever done. First off, they've beaten the Blackhawks in their last 8 times of facing them.
Wow.
This was one of the better hockey games this entire season. The 3-2 barn burner where they just edged them out with grit. The superstars showed up here. Kane, first multi-goal game of the entire year. He had both goals for the Blackhawks. Number of their players are actually under the weather right now. Nonetheless, this was a statement game. They entered with the 2 best point totals of teams in the Western Conference. So right now, the Blackhawks dropped to the 2 seed in this conference. A lot can happen in 4 months. They are right now head and shoulders better than anyone else in the West. But they are also the hottest team throughout the entire year. I mean, you look at it, since December 3rd, they're 17-1-1.
That's unreal.
I mean, you think, like, we've seen it in all sports where you know it's going to catch up to you, right? How do you respond at that point? I think any sports team can kind of relate to that. How do you somehow tread the water? Because there are going to be lulls. You don't want it to be this Jekyll and Hyde concept and then rattle off 5 losses.
For the Wild, this is great what they're doing in this regular season, but this is a team that hasn't taken that next step in the postseason to get to a Stanley Cup final. And of course, the Blackhawks are the standard in the Western Conference over the better part of the last decade or so. They've been great against them. 8-0, you said, their last 8 meetings?
They've been in the last 8 meetings.
Now you got to do it in the postseason. They did get the win on Sunday, 3-2, coming back from a 2-goal deficit.